3. That's a magic number. Yes, it is. It's the magic number. 3.
Hey everybody, Brent back with another edition of Near Mint Musings. And it's been a few weeks. Finally back home for just a couple days. Thought I'd carve out some time to make a video or two, have some recent pickups, but I don't usually spend the time making videos on mail days per se, because, you know, I like to be thematic and cerebral at times when it comes to these videos, and often I get in the way of myself. But regardless, I kind of just go with the flow, and whatever hits me, whatever emotions are prevalent for the day, sometimes that comes out in what videos I make. And emotions are exactly what I want to talk about tonight. So what I'm going to show to you are 3 Hall of Fame rookie cards in beautiful SGC slabs. And each card, I will have an emotion or a feeling attached to them, and will try to convey to you why I feel that way. I don't think it'll be too much of a stretch after I tell you how I feel about these cards and these players, but needless to say, let's spend a few moments talking about how cards and players can make us feel. So first off, if I'm going from oldest to newest, I'm going to start off with this beautiful 1957 Topps Frank Robinson rookie. See if I can get that light just right. There we go. It's a little better. So here we are, 1957 Frank Robinson rookie, Hall of Famer, one of the best hitters of all time. My emotion is that of shock and bewilderment that he does not get more hobby love. He is so overlooked. I don't want to say he's underrated. I don't think that's a question. I just think he's overlooked. In general, when it comes to just, you know, top players, but definitely in the hobby. Frank Robinson, just a prolific hitter, a trailblazer when it came to being the first African-American manager, well respected by so many people in baseball, outside of baseball, when he was with the Reds, when he was with the Orioles. The only guy to win an MVP for the AL and the NL. Frank Robinson, Cincinnati Redlegs. Because at the time it wasn't cool to say the Reds, because that was too synonymous with communism. So the Redlegs they were. Anyways, bewilderment and shock come to mind when I look at this card. All right. So next on my list is this fantastic 1978 Topps rookie of Eddie Murray. The emotion or feeling that comes to mind when I see this card is thankfulness, gratefulness, appreciation, all of those words for just the capturing and creation of a simply badass rookie card. I never have been a pound the table fan of Eddie Murray. I mean, I'm not saying I dislike him. There's no reason to dislike him. But he's just one of those guys that you know is good. I wouldn't necessarily say he was great. I mean, he's not, you know, squeaking into the Hall of Fame Harold Baines vibe. But he's one of those guys that flies under the radar. He was just consistent. Steady Eddie. You know, MF is his middle name. But this card in particular just encapsulates just the perfect. There's so many things that go right in this card. Just from the symmetry of the rookie cup to just how they place him in the frame. And just obviously just the look, the piercing stare that was captured as he's on the on-deck circle warming up. I look at rookie card or any card. It doesn't have to be a rookie, but you just look at cards in general and you just look at images that kind of just they almost affect you in a weird way. Like this guy's looking at me, right? Or he's just that moment that's captured where it's just the perfect shot. And I'm so appreciative, grateful, thankful that this photographer, I'd like to shake his hand if he was still alive, tell him thank you. Or the team that sits around the proverbial table at Topps and decides what image they're going to use for Eddie Murray in 1978 as his first card. The person that greenlit this image, I'd like to shake their hand. Just a fantastic, fantastic card of a good player. Okay, I'll say great. I don't care. But does it really matter? No, it doesn't. He's just forever captured in a fantastic card. All right, last but not least, fast forward 2 years, and you have a card that, I mean, you've seen all of these cards, but the specific emotion that I get when I see this 1980 Rickey Henderson rookie is that of just awe. I let off with shock. I think I'll finish with awe. I almost pulled an audible there at the second, but I went with the emotion that I was planning on talking about. But the awe is not just of the player, but of the card. The awe of the player is just the disruptor that Rickey was. I've conversed with my buddy Ryan many times, and he pounds the table that if he ever had to start a franchise, like you had the number one overall pick of any player in the history of baseball, and you got them at their prime or their first year or whatever, knowing who they were going to be, very hypothetical, but that's the point. He would pick Rickey Henderson. And he may not be wrong. This guy just got on base all the time. And once he got on base, man, did he bug pitchers. Nobody could rest. Nobody could relax. You were distracted. You were wondering. You couldn't focus on what you normally would have focused on. Maybe you played differently in the field because of him being on base. Didn't matter if it was first or second. Maybe it doesn't even matter if it was third. But this guy had power. So many leadoff home runs. And that swag. That attitude that came with him. Perfect package. The awe of the card is just maybe more of a nostalgic awe, and that this, I believe, is the last true rookie card. And I know others have said that. Maybe they feel that way, maybe they don't. But it begs the remembrance that after 1980, it wasn't just Topps. And this was the last, kind of the symbol of a one-set rookie. 1980 Topps is such a great set for me, too. I was 8 when it came out, and I was just, so into cards at that time. And love this set. And I just love the symmetry again. The green, the yellow that matches, the way that he leans back in his stance just kind of goes with the same direction of the banners at the top and bottom. Just everything about this card works for me as well. And, the last true rookie card in some sense. Variety isn't a bad thing, but there is something to be said for simpler times. And in 1980, that was kind of the quote-unquote death of simpler times. So there you have it. 3 great rookie cards that evoke emotions. Now, I could come back in a month, 2 months, and I could have other emotions that would come from these cards. And that's the beauty of looking at your collection and describing how you feel, how they make you feel, whether it be just appreciation of their game, nostalgia creeps in. All of those things play into emotions that are part of the hobby, and that's why we love it. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. Have a good one.